Stop. Before you even think about your next shampoo, I need you to ask yourself one question. What if the product in your bathroom right now is secretly making you look older than you really are? It sounds dramatic, but I promise you, it's the truth for millions of women just like us. We're spending good money on bottles labeled anti-aging, hydrating, and volumizing, but inside, they contain toxic secrets that are stripping our hair of its natural youth and glow. They make our beautiful silver look dull, our rich colors fade faster, and our hair feels brittle and lifeless. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on this beauty industry secret. I'm going to reveal the 3 hair care ingredients women over 60 should absolutely never touch if you want truly youthful, radiant, and resilient hair. And trust me, ingredient number 3 is the most common, most damaging culprit that is probably sitting in your shower caddy right now. Now, if you are tired of looking in the mirror and seeing hair that feels thinner, duller, or more lifeless than it should be after 60, then this channel is made just for you. Subscribe right now. Hit that button so you don't miss any of the proven beauty secrets I share every week for women 60 and above. Let's get started. We've all been there, haven't we? That moment when you're standing under the bright lights of the bathroom mirror, holding a handful of your hair, and just sighing. You feel the dry, almost straw-like texture at the ends. You see the frustrating frizz that refuses to be tamed no matter how expensive the serum. It's a texture that didn't exist 10 or 20 years ago, and it's upsetting. You might even feel a little betrayed by your own body or by the products you trusted. Maybe you've been through the routine. You go to the salon, and for a week, your hair looks magnificent. It's bouncy, it's shiny. You feel like your old self. But then, a few weeks later, after just a couple of washes at home, you're back to square one. The bounce is gone, the color seems muted, and you feel like you've been chasing a ghost of good hair days. You keep buying the next big thing, the product promising to be the miracle cure for mature hair. You see the lovely packaging and the words infused with exotic oils or deep conditioning, but when you use it, the results are always the same. Temporary relief followed by long-term damage. I want you to know you are absolutely 100% not alone. Millions of wonderful, vibrant women over 60 across America, the UK, and Canada are facing this exact same battle. You're not just aging badly. You are, in fact, unknowingly sabotaging your hair by using ingredients that are perfectly fine for a 20-year-old, but are a complete nightmare for our delicate, mature hair. I hear it all the time from women, from Charlotte in Manchester, who emailed me saying, "My hair just feels like it's dying a slow death," to Eleanor in Toronto, who admitted, "I'm spending a fortune and getting 0 results." The common denominator? These 3 secret ingredients. So let's connect right now. Have you ever noticed your hair losing its shine or looking dull, no matter what conditioning treatment you use? Has your scalp been inexplicably itchy or dry? Let me know in the comments if this frustrating cycle sounds familiar. Your story could help another woman who feels like she's given up hope. We are going to stop this cycle today, and we're going to start with the real foundation of the issue, understanding how our hair changes. To truly beat these bad ingredients, we have to understand what happens to our hair when we hit our 60s and beyond. Think of your hair not just as strands, but as a living ecosystem that changes just like the rest of your body. After 60, our hair is essentially undergoing a major transformation, and it needs a completely different level of care than it did in our 30s. Here's the simple science behind the changes. First, thinning follicles. Our estrogen levels drop significantly. Estrogen is the hormone that helps keep our hair in the growth phase longer. As it declines, our hair spends less time growing thick and strong. This results in our follicles shrinking, making each individual strand thinner and overall density lower. That's why your ponytail might feel a lot skinnier now than it used to be. Second, the loss of natural oils. The sebaceous glands in our scalp, which produce that wonderfully moisturizing natural oil called sebum, start to slow down. Our hair is naturally drier, making it more brittle, more prone to snapping, and absolutely hungry for hydration. When a hair product strips away the little bit of sebum we have left, it's a recipe for disaster. Third, gray hair's unique texture. Whether you embrace your beautiful silver or color it, gray hair is structurally different. It often has a coarser, rougher cuticle layer. This rough texture makes it harder for the hair to hold moisture, and it reflects light poorly, which is why gray hair can sometimes look dull or flat, like it's lost its vibrancy. We aren't just making educated guesses here. This is a matter of science meets beauty. I have spent years as a beauty expert, specifically working with women in your age group, seeing what works and, more importantly, what causes the most damage. I consult the work of top dermatologists and trichologists, the experts in scalp and hair health, who confirm that mature hair requires a completely different approach. When you understand this, you stop blaming yourself for bad hair and start blaming the bad bottles. These 3 ingredients I'm about to reveal work against everything your mature hair needs. They are the enemies of moisture, the aggressors against your scalp, and the destroyers of shine. I'm ready to expose the first culprit, but you must be prepared to go through your bathroom cabinet right after this video. The ingredient we're starting with is a powerhouse cleanser that unfortunately is just too aggressive for our delicate hair. It's what's taking your hair from soft and bouncy to brittle and dry almost instantly. Ingredient 1. Sulfates. Now, sulfates are usually listed as sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS, or sodium laurate sulfate, or SLES. You see these names right at the top of the ingredient list on countless shampoos, particularly the ones that promise that big, luxurious lather. And that lather is exactly the problem. Sulfates are powerful detergents. They are fantastic at cutting through grease and dirt, which is why they were originally introduced into shampoos. They make you feel like you're getting a deep, deep clean. But for mature hair, they are simply too aggressive. They don't just wash away the dirt, they wash away your hair's natural moisture barrier, leaving the cuticle, that protective outer layer of your hair, lifted, exposed, and vulnerable. What sulfates do to mature hair? They cause brittleness and breakage. By stripping those essential natural oils, sulfates leave your mature hair strands bone dry. Dry hair loses its elasticity, meaning it can't stretch, so it snaps and breaks easily, contributing to that overall thinning look and feel. They fade color fast. If you color your hair, especially reds or rich browns, sulfates are actively working against your expensive salon visit. They aggressively lift the dye molecules right out of the hair shaft, making your color look dull and brassy long before it should. They irritate the scalp. Remember, our scalp gets drier as we age. Sulfates can be highly irritating, leading to flakiness, itchiness, and inflammation. An irritated scalp is not a healthy environment for growing new, strong hair. Let me share a story about one of my clients, a lovely woman we'll call Patricia from New York. Patricia was 68 and had gorgeous, naturally curly hair that she kept colored a vibrant copper. She came to me devastated, saying her hair was so dry it looked like straw. It was constantly breaking, and her copper color faded into a pale orange after only 3 weeks. She was using a popular, recognizable blue-bottled shampoo that promised volume. When we checked her shampoo bottle, guess what we found? SLS was the second ingredient listed. It was a powerful detergent designed to create foam, but it was systematically destroying her hair's moisture and tearing out her expensive color. The transformation promise here is real, and it is instant. Switching to a sulfate-free shampoo instantly improved the softness and moisture retention of her hair. Within 2 weeks, Patricia noticed less breakage in her brush, and her color held its richness for over 2 months. It's that immediate. When you remove the aggressive cleanser, your hair finally gets a chance to breathe and retain moisture. Sulfates are the aggressor, but you can see them coming. They're listed clearly. But the next ingredient is even sneakier. It is a silent saboteur that hides in products labeled moisturizing or intensive repair, and it has been the downfall of countless women who are trying their best to hydrate their hair. Ingredient 2. Parabens. Parabens are a type of chemical preservative used widely in the beauty industry. They are listed on the back of the bottle with names like methylparaben, propylparaben, or butylparaben. Their job is to stop bacteria and mold from growing in the product, which is good for shelf life, but potentially terrible for your health and your hair's health. Why parabens are a problem for mature hair? They disrupt the scalp microbiome. Just like your gut, your scalp has a sensitive balance of good and bad bacteria, a microbiome. Parabens, as preservatives, can be too broad spectrum, meaning they kill off the good, healthy flora on your scalp that help regulate oil production and prevent irritation. This disruption can lead to persistent itchiness, dryness, or even an overly oily scalp trying to compensate. Have you ever noticed your scalp feeling consistently itchy or slightly sore after using a brand new, expensive, hydrating conditioner? You might be treating your hair with nourishing ingredients, but if that conditioner has parabens to preserve it, your scalp could be silently reacting to the chemicals. This is where the authority comes in. A large consensus among global dermatologists and trichologists has led to a major push for paraben-free formulas, especially in products for sensitive skin and mature women. Why? Because we deserve to use clean, science-backed products that work with our body, not against it. This is a critical checkpoint. I want you to go to your bathroom right now and check one thing. Comment below if you've ever spotted methylparaben, propylparaben, or butylparaben on any of your product labels. I promise you, I will show you exactly what clean, natural preservatives to swap them with later in the video. We have exposed the aggressor, sulfates, and the silent saboteur, parabens. But stay with me, because the third ingredient, it is the absolute biggest offender. It is the most common ingredient in our beauty routines, sitting in over 70% of hair products, from cheap sprays to high-end mousses. It is the one thing that will take soft, healthy hair and turn it into brittle kindling overnight. You must stick around for the deep dive into ingredient 3. It will change the way you shop forever. Ingredient 3. Drying alcohols. I am talking about alcohols like isopropyl alcohol, SD alcohol 40, ethanol, propanol, and alcohol denat. These are the immediate, most effective destroyers of moisture. And for women over 60 whose hair is already moisture deprived, they are poison. Why drying alcohols are a catastrophe for mature hair? Extreme dehydration. The primary function of these alcohols in hair products is to make the formula evaporate quickly. Think about it. A hairspray that dries instantly, or a styling mousse that sets fast. While this seems convenient, when the product evaporates, it aggressively takes the existing moisture, the water, right out of your hair shaft and out of your scalp. This leaves your hair feeling stiff, rigid, and incredibly fragile. I remember one elegant woman I worked with, Dorothy, from the English countryside, who was absolutely mystified by her hair. At 65, she kept her hair meticulously styled, often using a well-known, high-end styling spray every morning to keep her perfectly coiffed bob in place. She complained her hair had gone from soft and bouncy to feeling like plastic. It lacked any natural movement and was snapping off at the ends. She truly believed her hair was just aging and that she had to accept the dryness. The truth? Her favorite expensive styling spray was loaded with SD alcohol 40 and isopropyl alcohol. Every single morning, in the name of style, Dorothy was literally applying a moisture vacuum to her hair. She was removing the moisture she spent money replacing with conditioners. It was an endless, heartbreaking cycle. The before and after narrative here is stark. The moment we removed that alcohol-based spray and swapped it for an oil-based, alcohol-free formula, the change was almost instant. Her hair instantly felt softer, had more natural swing, and the shine returned. She looked 5 years younger simply because her hair looked healthy again. Your hair deserves moisture, not harsh chemicals designed for quick evaporation. When you see names like isopropyl or ethanol, you need to put the bottle down, no matter what beautiful promise the front label makes. Avoiding these drying alcohols is the most significant step you can take today toward achieving instantly shinier, softer, and genuinely healthier looking hair. You will see a reduction in frizz and breakage almost immediately. Now, I know what you're thinking. If I cut out these three major ingredients, what in the world am I supposed to use? This is the fun part. The next section is all about replacing the negatives with powerful, youth-restoring positives. It's time to stock your bathroom with ingredients that are your hair's fountain of youth. We are talking about ingredients that are scientifically proven to hydrate, strengthen, and bring back that youthful radiance. So please stay with me, because your hair transformation is just a few simple swaps away. We've uncovered the three hair destroyers: the moisture-stripping sulfates, the scalp-disrupting parabens, and the ultimate drying agent, drying alcohols. Now it's time to flip the script entirely. It's time to talk about what you should be looking for, the ingredients that will act as your hair's fountain of youth, bringing back softness, shine, and vitality. Think of these swaps as your secret weapons, empowering you to make smart choices that will visibly transform your hair. 1. Out with sulfates, in with gentle cleansers. Instead of those harsh detergents like sodium lauryl sulfate, or SLS, that create massive foam but strip your hair bare, look for gentle, naturally derived cleansers. Look for cocoa glucoside, or decyl glucoside, or sodium cocoyl isocyanate. These ingredients come from coconut, and they create a soft, luxurious lather without stripping your hair's essential oils. They clean effectively but gently, leaving your hair feeling nourished, not parched. Many premium brands now proudly label their shampoos as sulfate-free. This is a non-negotiable for mature hair. 2. Out with parabens, in with natural preservatives. Say goodbye to methylparaben, propylparaben, and butylparaben. You don't need these potential endocrine disruptors in your beauty routine. Look for phenoxyethanol in small amounts, sodium benzoate, potassium sorbate, or vitamin E, or tocopherol. These are safer, gentler alternatives that effectively preserve your products without disrupting your scalp's delicate balance or raising hormonal concerns. Many brands are now proudly paraben-free, and it's a commitment worth seeking out for your long-term health and hair vitality. 3. Out with drying alcohols, in with fatty alcohols and hydration. This is a big one. Ditch anything with isopropyl alcohol, ethanol, SD alcohol 40, or alcohol denate. These are the enemies of moisture. Instead, look for fatty alcohols like cetyl alcohol, stearyl alcohol, cetyl alcohol, and bihenyl alcohol. Now, I know they have the word alcohol in them, but these are completely different. They are not drying. In fact, they are emollients, meaning they are moisturizing agents that provide slip, softness, and conditioning benefits. They help seal the cuticle, lock in moisture, and make your hair feel incredibly soft and manageable. These are good alcohols. Also, actively seek out products rich in hyaluronic acid, a humectant that draws moisture to the hair, argan oil, jojoba oil, shea butter, or glycerin. These are all amazing for delivering deep, lasting hydration to your thirsty, mature hair. Imagine Eleanor from Toronto, who I mentioned earlier. Once we switched her entire routine to products featuring these gentle cleansers, natural preservatives, and fatty alcohols, her hair went from dull and thinning to visibly thicker and shinier within a month. She said she felt like she had turned back the clock 10 years. That's the power of conscious ingredient choices. Which of these swaps are you most excited to try first? Are you going to check your shampoo for sulfates, your conditioner for parabens, or your styling spray for drying alcohols? Let's talk in the comments below. Share your immediate hair concern and I'll do my best to guide you. Remember, your 60s are not the end of your beauty story. They are the beginning of your boldest, most radiant chapter. You deserve to feel confident and beautiful, and that starts with understanding what truly nourishes your hair. All right, let's bring it all together. We've covered a lot of ground today, but the message is clear, simple, and powerful. We learned about the 3 hair care ingredients women over 60 should never use. Sulfates, like sodium lauryl sulfate, the harsh cleansers that strip natural oils and fade color. Parabens, like methylparaben, the silent saboteurs that disrupt your scalp microbiome and may raise hormonal concerns. Drying alcohols, like isopropyl alcohol, the ultimate destroyers of moisture, leading to brittleness and extreme frizz, especially for gray hair. By avoiding these 3 culprits, you are not just preventing damage, you are actively paving the way for a remarkable transformation. You are choosing softer, more manageable hair that retains its natural moisture. Shinier, more vibrant hair that reflects light beautifully and holds color longer. Younger-looking hair that has bounce, resilience, and a healthy glow, making you feel more confident and radiant every single day. Your beauty journey doesn't stop after 60. In fact, it becomes more intentional, more informed, and ultimately more rewarding. Your hair has the potential to be even more beautiful now than it was decades ago, simply by treating it with the respect and understanding it deserves. This channel is dedicated to giving you the knowledge and tools you need to achieve that. We believe in empowering you with honest, science-backed beauty secrets designed only for women 60 and above. So, if you haven't already, now is the time to join our growing community of radiant women. Subscribe now to this channel by clicking that button. Don't miss out on another week of proven beauty secrets that are specifically tailored for your needs and your goals. And hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when a new video drops. If today's video helped you understand the critical steps to achieving younger-looking, healthier hair, then wait until you see what I have for you next. In our very next video, I'll be revealing 5 hair hacks that instantly lift your face without surgery. These are simple, everyday styling tricks that can make a dramatic difference, giving you an immediate facelift effect without costing you a fortune. You absolutely won't want to miss it. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell right now so you don't miss out on those incredible age-defying hacks. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video looking more fabulous than ever.